to Tuition in a Tube online tutorial. This is Madison.
Hello.
And this is Alan.
Hello.
And we're going to lead you through the step-by-step instructions to show you how to draw your kitten. So would you like to open your tubes?
What's inside?
Oop. Very good. You've got everything, you've got your pens. If when you open your tube some of the things are a bit bendy, all you need to do is just curve them back the other way and it makes them nice and flat again and ready to use. Okay. So inside your tube you will have a template. There is a skills practice sheet to show you how to use the pen. There's another practice sheet so that you can have a go at doing the marks. There are step-by-step instructions, and there's a finished drawing that you can look to for reference. So we'll just pop those over there. You also have a piece of paper to do your final drawing. We have a new addition in the tube, which is a blank gift card and an envelope. And with this you get an extra smaller template so that you could do a drawing and give it to someone as a special gift. Inside the box you have a pencil, a pen, a pink and blue colouring pencil, an eraser and a pencil sharpener. So should we get started? Let's get our skills practice sheet first of all. Right, if you just pop that there. Do you maybe want to put your kitten there so that you can see it? Right, good. We're all organised. So to start off with, if you get your pen, hold it really, really lightly, and we're just going to try doing some really light marks. So we're going to do it as if the tip of the pen's hardly touching the paper. This is going to be quite useful when we're doing fur later. Right, good. And then in the next square, if you just try the same thing but press a bit harder this time, this will give us some darker marks. Right, good. And then for some areas of the fur, we want really short marks. So try and do the tiniest little marks that you can. So really short marks and quite light marks again. Right, brilliant. And then lastly, we're going to try some longer marks. And to do this, it's useful if you can kind of do flicky marks with your wrist. It just helps make the fur marks a little bit more natural. Okay, so that gives us some samples of the fur. So if you swapped your pencil, we're just going to have a practice at drawing the eye. So first of all, if you draw round the circle for the eye, and don't forget the corner. Right, good. And then in the middle, we're going to draw the pupil. And we're also going to make sure that we leave a white area that's going to be the highlight. Okay, good. And then if you swapped your pen, so we're going to go around the outside, outline the eye. Draw around the pupil and just colour in the black, leaving that nice white highlight. Okay, excellent. Then back to your pencil. For the shape of the nose, really it's like a T shape. So we're just going to draw around with the pencil to get the shape. Swap to the pen. Good. Outline it around the edge And then we're just going to colour in a little triangle on either side that shows where the nostrils are. Okay, that's great. And the last thing we're going to practice is doing the furry marks inside the ear. So if you just watch, first of all, I'm going to start at the bottom, and again I'm going to do these light, can you see how I'm kind of flicking my pen? Get these nice soft furry marks. And then we're doing some other, again these are really light fine hairs coming down one side of the ear, and then again on this side. And then down at the bottom we have a dark shadow. And then we want to outline the ear. So some of it we're just going to draw a line, but we also want to show little short bits of fur. Right, very good, they look good. So if you get your nice clean piece of paper and your template, and to start off with, we're just going to swap back to the pencil. Right, make sure your template's in the middle so you've got an even space all the way around. So we're going to make sure that we're drawing really lightly around the template. Why do you think that might be?
Because you don't want the line to show through the fur.
Yeah, very good. We want to make sure that the line's very faint, so it gives us the shape, but it doesn't show through our finished picture. We just go all the way around. Don't forget the eyes and the nose. Right, before we start with the pen, we're just going to do a little bit more drawing. It's always a good idea to do some in pencil first, so that if we make a mistake, we can rub it out. So first of all, if you remember, we did the pupils inside the eye, and remember with the cat they're ovally pupils, not round shaped pupils. And don't forget to add in the highlight. Right, good. And then to do the mouth, watch this, just a little line in the middle, and then we're just going to go down on either side, and you can give it a slight little curve if you want to. Good. And then I'm just going to mark in where the chin is. So the chin's quite small. Can you see just that little bit there? Right, good. And then if you go down to the bottom to where the front two paws are, I'm just going to do a little line just to divide the paws, and then watch this. One of my lines is going to go slightly diagonally that way, and the other one there. So it leaves like a triangle in the middle. And this helps us get the line of the front paw. And then I'm going to do another line on the outside. And then the last thing we're going to do with our pencil is just drawing the lines of where the claws are on the paws. Right, brilliant. And then if you swap to your pen, we're ready to start the actual drawing of the picture. So the first thing we're going to do is the ear. So we start off with the flicky marks at the bottom. These are just like we practiced. Okay, good. And then do you remember we did some lines coming down this side? These are really light ones on the top edge of the ear, and then the same on the bottom edge. So we're just going to do the outline around the ear, and if you remember we tried to make this look a little bit furry as well, and the dark shadow down at the bottom, and then we can move on and do exactly the same with the next ear. Right, excellent. Oh, looking good. So if you just watch, I'm just going to show you how we're going to start off the fur next. So again, I'm going to do nice light marks, and I'm going to make these marks nice and short, and I'm going to make sure that they go over the top of the line. This is one of the reasons why we wanted the line to be nice and light. And then we're just going to follow these down towards the eyes, so they're all kind of downward marks, and they're quite short and light. And we're just going to work our way down towards the eye. So as we've got down towards the eyes, we're just going to outline the eyes. I'm going to leave a little white gap around the eyes and a little space on either side as well. And this fur, as it's coming down to the nose, especially on the nose itself, is going to be very, very short. And also we're going to draw around the eye. So going round the pupil. And round the outside. Adding in the corners. And around the shape of the nose. There's little triangles added in. And just some lines for the mouth. And then as we come to the side of the face, the marks here are going to start going out. Around the eye. Leaving a nice white space around the face. And then the same on the other side. So what we've done so far, we've done all the light marks, we've given a whole layer of fur to the head, and in a minute we'll be able to go back over and start putting some of the stripes on. Right, that looks really nice. So just one more thing, can you just watch this before we move on? I'm just going to do a tiny little few dots just to show me where the chin is and the bottom of the face. Right, very good. Okay, and then if you go back to the top, we're going to start working on the stripes now. So this time we're going to do some darker marks, and we're going to follow the kind of pattern that we can see on the finished picture. So if you look at the kitten there, we can see where he's got stripes coming down his forehead and stripes around other areas of the face. So we're just going to kind of copy what we can see, but make sure that we're making the marks darker so that we get that nice patterned effect on the fur. And then there's some coming out from the side of the eyes. And coming down the side as well there. It's really cute. Very good. So we're making sure that our marks are short and light, that they're going down the body, and also when we get to the edge that they're going over the line. And we're just going to keep working our way down the whole shape. So as we're working our way down the body, we're also going to make sure we do a few marks on the tail. So again, these are very short marks, make sure they go over the line. And the other thing you could do here is you could make some darker just to make the tail look a little bit stripy. And then we're going to carry on working down towards the legs. As we get to this middle bit, can you just look at the picture a second? Can you see how we've left it white there? So I'm going to leave a little bit of a white space in the middle, just above the legs. And then as you get down into that triangle shape between the legs, that bit's going to be a bit darker. We're going to try and leave the front two legs nice and light so that it helps give a little bit of a three-dimensional effect to the picture. So nice light marks going down the outside of the leg and darker in the middle. Okay, good. There's a nice shadow there. So we're almost down at the bottom now. So we're going to draw around the claws. So again, you want to do this quite nice and lightly. So the shape of the paws, and you can also add in the details of where the claws are, which you can see if you look on the finished picture. Right, they're looking really good. So we're quite close to finishing our picture now. The next thing we want to do is start adding some of the stripes on the body. So if we go back up to just underneath the chin, and watch this, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to make sure that my marks are kind of curving round a bit. Why do you think I might want to make it look like a curvy shape?
To make the body look round?
Yeah, we want to make it look like a round shape and not a flat shape. So we're going to try and curve these stripes around. So again, if you look at the picture, it might help you decide where to put your stripes. Right, that's looking good. So lots of nice short dark marks this time. And then don't forget as well, when you get down to the legs, there are some marks on those front legs as well. Right, they're looking great. Then two finishing touches. If you get your blue pencil, you can colour in the eye, or the eyes, it's got two. And don't forget to leave a nice shiny mark in the blue as well. And with your pink pencil, you can colour in the nose. And then do you notice anything that's missing? We've got something that's missing off our kitten. Love. I was thinking of whiskers actually. We haven't done any whiskers, so what we're going to do is this, just watch this, you need to do this nice and lightly, and we want long kind of flicky marks that go right over the face, but try and don't do them darkly, do them nice and lightly. There we are. So we're just doing our finishing touches. And then, you ready to show your pictures? You finished, Madison? Ta-da!
Ta-da!
We hope you've enjoyed the film, and we hope that it's helped you to do a really great picture. You can find us on artkids.co.uk, and if you are interested in more tubes, we have the teddy tube, the squirrel tube, and the owl tube. And don't forget, in your tube now you get the blank card that you can make into a greetings card by drawing the picture and then giving it to someone as a special gift. But for today, that's all from us. Bye!
Bye!